All right, so let's look at equivalent ratios when we have to reduce to find the value of the ratio. So if I'm looking at this, the ratio of 4, let's pick a color here. Oh, well, might as well go with my favorite, kind of like a purple. So the ratio, I have 4 of the red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7. So I have 14 of the blue. Well, I want to, when we talk about the value of a ratio, sometimes you heard ratio value, it is a fraction written in lowest terms. Well, I want to know if I could split them into lower pieces. When we think about common factors, and sometimes the greatest common factor will always give us the the simplest form, I should say, of a ratio or of a fraction. But if you can't use the greatest, you can continue down dividing by common factors until you get there. So if I'm looking at this, I say, well, they're both even, so I could divide the numerator and denominator by 2. And I get 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. 14 divided by 2 gives me 7. And we always talk about multiplying or dividing by a whole. And if I make this a fraction, 2 over 2 is indeed 1 whole. So we have 2 sevenths. Let's look at how that looks with our picture. So we'll switch colors so we can see a little differently. Let's pick something that doesn't mix in with there we go. So if I want to say, can I make this into 2 even groups, or I'm sorry, equal groups? Might not be even, equal. Well, let's see. What could I do? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I want to split that. Well, I have 14 and I want to do 7. So that's half. So let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could do this. Circle here. That's one group. That looks like a face with a nose. And here's another group. Okay, so in each group, I would have my ratio value. So what did I do? I took my 4 14ths over here, 4 to 14. And if I want to write it as a ratio this way, 4 to 14, and I split it into 2 groups. I split it into 2 groups. And that's where I get my 2 to 7. So knowing your multiplication and division facts really helps you with this. So there is how we come up with reducing using abstract with our math factors, the other way looking at concrete with the blocks. All right. Well, hopefully that helped you. Oh, hey, it worked with the marker.